Hello YouTube, my name is Joe and welcome to my farm. We are in the woodlot right now, and eventually the goal is that this will become a pasture. And so today's focus, today's goal of this video is to girdle some trees. And by girdling trees, I am going to be cutting a strip of bark out from underneath it, injuring the cambium layer of the tree in the hopes that it will die this winter and not leaf out in the spring, producing more sunshine for my little bit of pasture and just producing firewood for me. So show you what I've been working on. I haven't talked much about this, but been working on building a pasture in this little bit of woods. This is about 3/4 acre woods. And so this past summer, I spent a lot of time cutting trees, leaving stumps behind. And in the distance there, you can see a burn pile and a burn pile. And oh wait, yeah, there's more. They're all over the place out in this woods. And so one of the big things that would slow me down as I was cutting, clearing, was I had a lot of brush, a lot of leaves, and then I have to wait for them to dry before I can actually burn them. So I remember when I was a little kid, reading in elementary history books about how the settlers would do some girdling. And so I thought, yeah, we could do that. Here in the woods, we were kind of in a low area. Give you a perspective. Up the hill is my potato patch. And down in here, it gets really, really wet. You probably can't see it over there, but that'll become a small little pond here and not too long once the snow starts to fall. We are in November of the year. And so let's get after this. Go work on this tree right here. As far as canopy goes, pretty good sized canopy to it. This is just a soft maple. Probably would produce some some hardwood, some lumber. It will produce firewood for us. We will keep our home warm. We will produce maple syrup with it. And quite honestly, right behind the camera is a small hard maple. And so just opening up that canopy will help that tree, and producing some sunshine for the ground will help the ground. Doing all my recording with phone, so forgive me if the value isn't great. Tools that I'll be using, this is a little mini saw by E-Cart. Probably should get the gasser out, but I thought that this would do good. This is a saw that takes the 20-volt system for DeWalt, and so I will leave a link for that. It's been a pretty handy little tool. I also got one that runs with a Milwaukee, so a little bit of both. These are pretty simple. You just pull the trigger and they do the job. So my biggest goal here is that I'm going to keep going straight all the way around the tree. The problem is most of the time I can't walk straight, so I'm going to cut straight. But you guys get to watch me do this work. I'm gonna leave it a little high so that if I ever came along with a machine to cut this out, I could do so. Well, I didn't do great, but I didn't do too bad. So I'm gonna try to go a step below that and make my way around. Hopefully hold that a little bit more level. Thinking I'm gonna take out, I'll leave about a 4-inch area, and then we'll remove that bark. I think that'll work. So now we're just not really sure how deep a guy needs to go on this. But probably would have been okay just to do the whole thing with the chainsaw. But that bottom cut keeps me from continuing to split her down. This exposure right here, I think that'll do a pretty good job. So guys, as I am finishing up this activity, I got a few more trees to do still. I've got that tree, then you can see another one in the distance somewhere. I got about 3 or 4 other trees I want to do this girdling to. This is an experiment for me. What I know is, I know my land a little bit. I don't know that a person ever truly knows what their land does, but I know that this area does get wet. I probably said it 4 times already. It gets wet, so I can't get a tractor down here. The goal is to bring some kind of ruminant onto the ground next year. We will probably have hogs in the pen, but possibly to start maintaining some of this area with goats. I know. I will hear all the goat comments and I will accept them. Don't know what that would look like, but this ground needs to start getting improved upon. The other thing that I know is that the Canopy is the game that I keep playing. And the canopy will get stiff when you kill this tree out by girdling. If the canopy is stiff, the tree is not going to kind of fold up and be flexible. It's going to be very stiff. And so I'm kind of holding off on doing a few trees until there's more space in the area. Right over here, probably going to get blinded by the sun when I do this. But I've got a couple big wolf trees there that have just ginormous canopies. And I would really love to keep those from producing a lot of leaves, just because it's going to be a huge hassle to deal with. But I also know that I don't know that I have a good way of knowing exactly where it's going to drop. Right over here, right that way, I've got a nice little hard maple, probably itching up on about 10 inches of diameter. I don't want that damaged. And so some of these big trees, they might just wait another season. We'll see, right? Or I might just have to deal with the leaves. But yeah, so this is my pasture land, guys. I remember watching Mike from Square One Acre, Square One Farm, something like that. They don't do much on the YouTube anymore, but he was very much doing this to his land on the more acre, and he had the forestry mulchers come in, and really very inspiring. Of course, I had to sit on that inspiration for about 3 or 4 years, but we are constantly trying to figure out what we want to do, what we enjoy doing, and I do enjoy the dream of creating a pasture, but I don't have the equipment. And I don't want to waste this wood. I don't want to waste this lumber. But firewood is used by lots and used for a lot of different things. So I'm rambling now, but that's okay. So we're girdling. Not something you hear about much anymore. But like I said, when I was a little guy, I remember reading about it and thinking, why would you do that? Well, even if I don't get to this tree until July or August, that canopy is not going to shade out the ground underneath it. And the hopes and dreams would be that I can get more sunlight to the floor to start initiating those grasses. I do know that I will be inundated with a lot of thorns. I know that there is shrubs that will come up, and unless I really actively get engaged and plant a lot of grasses, I will have to deal with some of those, and I'm prepared for that. But that's it, man. I thought I would share this and really share this for myself, for my children, but share it to you guys as well. So there you go. That's how I do it. This is why I do it. And I will share the results next summer. All right, guys, you take care and have a great day. Bye now.